Hello y'all, welcome to part 5 of my Republic of Ireland German Monarchy path playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod Kaiserredux. In part 4 it was decided that Ireland needs a king, and so we are in the middle of getting one right now, as you may be able to tell since the Irish Regency is a thing. And so we're doing the Focus Expand Dublin smelting industry at this time. It should be ready quite soon. It has actually 30 days left. So we're just doing that focus for now. And once it's done, it's going to give us some aluminum, which should be useful for resources. I believe we've already chosen the king and everything. We're just kind of waiting for him to become in charge of the country. Okay, yeah, there we go. The restoration, let me read this, and we just bypassed the focus, a monarchist Irish nation once again. So let me read this here. The German economy improves, that's good for us. But reading this now, the restoration, the debates have finally ended, and a new High King of Ireland has finally been chosen. Coronated at the Stone of Destiny on Tower Hill, Joachim I is the new King of Ireland, and shall guide us as the unifying paternal figure our democracy sorely needed. Our independence is assured so long as we remain strong, resolute, and determined to Ireland, and our freedom above all else. The glory of the past has been restored, and the Irish kingdom has been reborn. God save the king, and long live the king. And from this we'll remove the national spirit known as the Republican legal system. And at this point, Ireland and Georgia have become one, since they're basically led by the same guy, that is Joachim I, and historically Joachim was known as Joachim Franz Humbert of Prussia. He was the 6th child of Wilhelm II, the Kaiser of the German Empire. He fought in the First World War, and during the conflict was considered a monarch candidate for the countries of Ireland, Georgia, and Lithuania. He died in July 1920 at the age of 29. So the fact he's the leader of Georgia and Ireland does have some historical basis here. Well, a possible leader choice for those two nations in Kaiserredux. I don't know if he can lead Lithuania at all. I don't believe he can, because they have their own leader thing going on, but they have their own monarch and everything. With that said, though, we're going to complete Expand Dublin's smelting industry, then start trying to access more of these focuses down here in the bottom of the tree that we can only get since we have a monarch in charge of Ireland. Now, let's get 2 divisions here. These guys are in, say, Spain for some reason. We have a lot of divisions. Our army is going to be split in half, essentially. And we now have the commanders of both Georgia and Ireland, so the Georgian army will be its own thing, and the Irish army will be its own. Well, they're going to be just separate armies. I think that's the best call, given the geographical connections there. It's so hard to get to that territory. Just, I don't know, watch the Ottomans, I guess, maybe? Yes. And here's a new division for us. Transfer them to Army 1. Good. Free military factories, make more rifles. Fantastic. Modify Officer Corps. Let's go with Army Logistics. Do that, yeah. And we have some divisions that are in exile. Come on. Oh, that's that 3rd Irish Infantry Division. Please get to Ireland, please. And it's going to be fun trying to manage both Ireland and Germany. Well, not Germany, but Ireland and Georgia. I was thinking of G's, that's why I said Germany. And we have an event here called the Coronation. It reads, like centuries before the coronation of the High King of Ireland, or, I can't pronounce that at all, takes place at the peak of the Hill of Tara, atop the inauguration mound in County Meath. At the top of this sacred hill stands the Lia Fall, also called the Stone of Destiny, the Speaking Stone, or the Coronation Stone of Tara, which is a large stone monolith poking out of the ground and reaching towards the heavens, covered in religious and cultural carvings and runes with specific meanings long forgotten. Here at this hallowed and ancient site, used by generations upon generations of our ancestors, the new High King Joachim I has been crowned in a ceremony fusing modern Irish Catholicism with Gaelic and Druidic motifs, creating a syncretic fusion of Ireland's unique culture to be protected and spread by this new Ad Rai, All hail the King. May the new monarch protect and preserve Irish independence, integrity, and culture. With that now, that is all done, and I'm just waiting for that focus to be completed. I suppose we have more factories now, at least slightly. Just let's industrialize Ireland as hard as we can. Build some civilian factories. Yes, do all that. And train more divisions. Give me some infantry divisions, please, for Ireland, so I can just expand my army more. So they'll be ready to take on the British at any point in time. Because we do want to attempt a naval invasion at some point. And I don't know if I'll try to form the Celtic Union in this playthrough. It might be a good ambition, though. Problems with integration. So here it says, this is an event. From the start it was obvious there would be some problems integrating the Irish Americans into our republic. Well, it's not a republic anymore, but moving on. The wealthier note the lack of democracy as they knew it in the U.S., while the less well-off feel that their situation is being exploited by Irish business. Locals also have grievances as they feel the newcomers are stealing jobs from them, as well as seeing their cultural traditions as not keeping in with native Irish culture. To top it off, Unionists view the immigrants as an attempt by the Republic to colonize Ulster, where many have settled. Something must be done. And we lost 35 political power due to that event. Let's now start researching support weapons to get that done. Now in Equan declared war on Jabal Shamar. That's going on over in Arabia. That is underway. And expand Dublin's smelting industry is nearly done. The things I do for aluminum. My goodness, it's... Oh, diplomatic moves to Ireland. What is this about? In recent days, diplomats from the Union of Britain have begun to make intimidating moves in Ireland, demanding a number of privileges and reforms. Without a doubt, this is the beginning of a bigger campaign. Oh no, not this again. Please give us a war. Please. Please, that would be fantastic. And expand Dublin's smelting industry is done. Let's start doing aluminum in Dublin. And Illyria is going to fight Austria. Why? Because they can. But it says here, prior to our rapid expansion through the IEAA Act, Dublin had a small and underfunded aluminum industry that we can now choose to boost further through extended funding. This will, as per usual, increase the national debt quite significantly if we choose to give the industry the maximum amount of funding possible, but the ends, well, yeah, but the ends may be worth the means in this case, as we will acquire a valuable resource that our nation would otherwise be starved of. And let's choose to give it as much funding as it needs. Yeah, just we'll lose 40 political power for our choice there. Going to the focus. Oh, Berlin warns London. Okay, Germany, thank you. Black Monday ends. Fantastic. That's over with ire on the world stage. So let me see that now. Where's that at? That is some... Oh, over there. Germany smears the Union of Britain. Okay. Complete a... What did we complete here? Let's go. Choosing our friends. That'll take 14 days. We got bypassed industry. A new candidate for High King. No, get him out of here. Please. Or do we want to do that? Yes, get him out of here. This is just some guy. We don't want him to be a candidate for High King. Just get him out of here. We already got the German monarch in charge and everything. And now the Kaiser. We'll slide the Kaiser as our foreign policy related stuff. We have joined the Reichspakt industry. And instantly, what am I saying? Not the industry, but we will become part of Middle Europa and all that. Now let's complete the focus. That was just bypassed industry. Wow, that's so fast. Whatever. I guess it's due to the fact we have a German monarch in charge of Ireland at this point, so it makes sense they would be able to integrate themselves into the German Empire-led Reichspakt very, very fast. And here we have Dublin's Liquid Heart. My goodness. Established by Arthur Guinness at St. James Gate in Dublin in 1759, Guinness is the national brew of Ireland, an Irish dry stout black or very dark ruby in color that is nicknamed liquid bread by many. With nearly half of Dublin employed by the brewery or connected to it in some way, it is one of the largest companies in Ireland and an industrial and financial centerpiece of Dublin and the nation at large. By subsidizing the company and working closely with the brand, we can dip into their vast reservoirs of profit to benefit the state. With Guinness at our side, Ireland's economy is too big and too delicious to fall, well, or fail. And with their help, Ireland will flourish. And from that, we got a off-map civilian economy. And let's build more things in the country. Now, since we've done our foreign policy focus, basically, what do we do here? Actually, you have the ATO, that's a thing? Whatever, that's interesting. That's like Kaiserredux NATO, I guess. Don't worry about it, though. Let's now start doing the focus. A German king, and that'll take 35 days. Doctrines available. Unlock trade interdiction. That is done now. Lovely. Get this division here. Move in the Army 1. Yes. The Irish Army of the United Kingdom of Ireland and Georgia. And Icawan has capitulated. Whatever. Research Johnson, model 1941. And it says here, German king. Let me read this. It is clear that without outside support, Ireland shall fall to invaders, be they from the west across the Atlantic or from the east across the Irish Sea. If we wish to remain truly independent, we must align ourselves with the hegemon of Europe, and to that end we will crown one of their royal sons as our king, earning the favor of the Kaiser and the protection of his mighty fleet for the good of all of Ireland. And from this we'll get a national spirit called a German king, which will give us daily political power gain bonuses as well as a little bit of war support. So that's nice. Here's some immigration to Ireland. That's good. And now research slot available. Let's start researching, say, research, I don't know, start doing construction 3. That would probably be a good idea, honestly. And that'll be started at that point. So, research slot available, or no, that's old news. High King is done now. Wonderful, so let's start doing draw to Germany's side. And it will say here in this focus description, we're just aligning ourselves more and more with Germany, which makes sense considering who the leader of the country is, or the leader of the United Kingdom of Ireland and Georgia is. But it says here, now that we have invited the Germans to occupy the Irish throne, it is only natural for us to draw closer to our new ally. The Germans are more than willing to accept our membership into our, what is this about? The jewels of the Irish crown. Okay, let's choose craft some new jewels. I'm just trying to read this other stuff. I don't know, I'll read this actually. So let me read this now. The Irish jewels. With the restoration of the monarchy in Ireland, there has been a perfect opportunity to right a wrong made 3 decades ago, when the Irish crown jewels were stolen by an unknown party. Though at the time we were trapped under the British heel, even with great effort, they were expended. They were unable to find the jewels. Once we gained our freedom, our fledgling republic had much more to worry about than finding some shiny regalia and fancy stars. However, the lack of stones has become something of an embarrassment to see the new monarch, who has expressed a strong desire to see the stones found and restored to their rightful place as a new symbol of Irish unity under the crown. Of course, we could invest a great deal of time and effort in finding the original jewels, dedicating our entire police force to the job. Though who knows how long this could take, and perhaps the jewels have been taken from Ireland entirely. It is also an option to simply forge new crown jewels, free of British taint and truly Irish. Though we could always just make a replica of the original and claim to find it, this would allow us to restore the old jewels without having to expend the extreme effort that would be required for finding the true jewels. No, we will find the true jewels and will lose minus 2% stability from this and gain 10 political power. Going back to reading this event here, this focus, and draw closer to our new ally. The Germans are more than willing to accept our membership into their sphere, granting them greater influence in the Irish Sea and placing the English in a stranglehold. Though this might draw us into an inevitable war with the British, and from this we'll get Fritz Brass. He will become a general, and we'll get faster construction speed, and the dial consists, well, they consider the economy. They're doing that stuff. And I think this is like a yearly event at this point. Let's just go with the social conservative option. Yes. Yeah, just go with the Sien Fin and Fianna Fáil option. That choice there. That is done. Here's a new division. And just put them on a port, please. And how's equipment doing? Overall, we're doing fine. Japan announces her ambitions. That might be a big deal. And after we get done with draw to Germany's side, we'll probably start doing adapting to Prussian constitutionalism. And here, let's go research slot. We're going to start doing say Mountain Infantry 1, start researching that. Good. And here's a new division. Fantastic. Army 1, new troops for you. The Irish Army has some new soldiers. We're not focusing on the Georgian part of the United Kingdom this much at all at this time, but they should be fine. As long as Russia doesn't want Georgia, we should be good, I would think. And here's a new division for us. Fantastic. Go guard a port in the Emerald Isle, please. And now let's start adapting to Prussian constitutionalism. And that's going to take 35 days to complete. And with that, I'm going to end what is part 5 of my Republic of Ireland German Monarchy path playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod Kaiserredux here. If you enjoyed the mod, you can check it out in the video description. The link to it is there. If you enjoyed the video itself, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.